Abdullah Haji Ahmad Badawi was born on 26 November 1639 at Bayan Lepas, Penang, to a prominent religious family. He attended Bukit Mertajam High School and studied Methodist Boys School at Penang. He graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree of Islamic Studies from the University of Malaysia in 1964. After graduating from the university, he joined the Malaysian Administrative and Diplomatic Corps. He served as a Director of Yacht at the Ministry of Yacht and Sport as well as Secretary of the Mageran. He is a Malaysian politician who served as a Prime Minister of Malaysia from 2003 to 2009. He was also the President of UMNO and lead the Governing Barisan Nasional. He also known as a Pakla. So Atika, what is the contribution of Tun Abdullah Ahmad Badawi?
Tun Abdullah Ahmad Badawi legacy and contribution have been immortalized in documentary and being source of reference for the future generation. One of the important contribution made by Tun Abdullah Ahmad Badawi was the concept of Islam Hadari or civilization of Islam. Islam Hadari creating new awareness to the community about the true Islam and was the comprehensive from the Islam with emphasis all including economic and civilization of development. This was a political and ideological campaign introduced by Tun Abdullah Ahmad Badawi. Islam Hadari was established for Malaysia to be a model in the Muslim world. There are 10 fundamental principles of Islam Hadari, which are: first, faith and pity in God; second, a just and trustworthy government; third, a free and independent people; fourth, economic development; six, a good quality of life; seven, protection of the right of minority groups and women; eight, cultural and moral integrity; nine, conservative and environment; and 10, strong defense capabilities. These 10 principles were as core strategies that have been introduced and guide to achieve Islam Hadari. The second contribution of Tun Abdullah Ahmad Badawi was National Integrity Plan. National Integrity Plan or NIP was integrated planning focusing on strengthening of ethics and integrity. NIP involving all sectors such as government, private, political parties, religious institution, union and NGO, and media and so forth. The coordinating was Malaysia Institute of Integrity. The factors of successful implementation of National Integrity Plan were individual leadership, system and procedure, culture, structure and institution. So the main and important objective of NIP firstly is direction to all sectors, which is cooperation in creating unity, harmony, integrity, moral and ethics. Second, upgrade the commitment of all sectors in upgrading integrity. Third, responsibility in creating civil society. Fourth, strengthen the moral of the society, and the last is creating a competitive and resilience to face the challenge of 21st century. So the important or the purpose of achieving objective from NIP is to develop the capabilities and competencies of all sectors to help Malaysia to become a country known for its integrity, not corruption. So Amal, what is the other contribution of Tun Abdullah Ahmad Badawi?
So the other contribution Tun Abdullah Ahmad Badawi is eradication of corruption. Tun Abdullah introduced Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, which is MCAA, to eradicate corruption in Malaysia. MCAA has replacing Anti-Corruption Agency, which is known as ACA. MCAA became effect on 1st January 2009, which led to the official establishment of MACC as an independent, transparent and professional body to effectively and efficiently manage the national anti-corruption effort. The first function of MACC is to receive and consider any report of the Commission of an offence under the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Act 2009. Okay, the second function of MACC is detect and investigate any suspected offence or attempt or conspiracy to commit any offence under this act. The third is a responsibility to examine the practice, system and procedure of public bodies. And the next function of MACC is to advise, instruct and assist any person on way in which a corruption may be eliminated. And the last function of MACC is to educate the public, enlist and foster public support against corruption. So the next contribution of Tun Abdullah Ahmad Badawi is eradication of police brutality. Okay, during his era, Tun Abdullah tried to eradicate police brutality. It is because many problems that involve police brutality. For example, many people die in investigation process because they use force to ensure the people give the right evidence or information to them. Okay, this effect can be seen on the Royal Police Commission Report 2005 that Tun Abdullah wants to eradicate police brutality. On 4th February 2004, the King established the Royal Commission to enhance the operation and management of the Royal Malaysian Police. Okay, the mandate of this Royal Commission is to study and recommend a measure to improve police efficiency, to make the force more effective in the modern law, in the modern law enforcement, and to turn the force into a respected and formidable enforcement body. Further requirement included to come up with a report on how to improve the efficiency and credibility of the force. And the next is to produce on interim reports in 6 months and full report within a year. So Aida, what is the next contribution of Tun Abdullah Ahmad Badawi?
Okay, the last contribution of Tun Abdullah bin Badawi during his premiership is in economy and reform agenda. He had implemented policies to help rural people. For example, investing in agriculture has a greater impact on reducing poverty. Moreover, he also had promoted the development of small and medium-scale enterprise (SMEs). It is important to promote the development of Malay enterprise, so the economy of Malay's racial will be increased.
Economic corridor consists of 4, which are Sabah Development Corridor, Sarawak Corridor of Renewable Energy, East Coast Economic Region and North Coast Economic Region. The Sabah Development Region, the Sabah Development Corridor or SDC, was launched on 29 January 2008 by our 5th Prime Minister Tun Abdullah Ahmad Badawi. The project is get the investment of 105 billion and the project offered 900,000 job opportunities for people. However, in the NIM Malaysian plan, the investment is increased up to 5 billion. The key objective of SDC is to make Sabah as a gateway for trade, investment and tourism, and also create job opportunities in the state. Next is Sarawak Corridor of Renewable Energy or SCORE. It was launched on 11 February 2008 by our 5th Prime Minister Abdullah Ahmad Badawi. It is one of the 5 regional development corridors being developed throughout the country. SCORE covers an area of 709 km of central region of Sarawak with a coastline of 320 km long. Major urban areas are Sibu, Bintulu, Bukah, Sarike and Kapit. Next is East Coast Economic Region. Is an economic development region that is based on East Coast of Peninsular Malaysia, which covers the state of Kelantan, Terengganu, Pahang and and district of Mersey in the northeast Johor. It is also one of the 3 economic corridors launched in Peninsular Malaysia under the leadership of Prime Minister Abdullah Ahmad Badawi. Ishar was launched in Kuala Terengganu, the state capital of Terengganu, and Kota Baru, the state capital of Kelantan, on October 30, 2007, and the following day in Kuantan, the state capital of Pahang. During the launch, the Prime Minister announced a 6 billion allocation as part of public investment in this development corridor. In terms of transport, currently there is a Petronas-owned railway track between Kerteh and Kuantan, which is operated by Kereta Api Tanah Melayu. The economic plan will update the railway system and to connect railway line from Mentakap, Kuantan, Kuala Terengganu, Tanah Merah, or Pasir Mas, and so on. Furthermore, is the Northern Corridor Economic Region (NCER) is a development plan that encompassing the 4th northwestern state of Malaysia, namely Perlis, Penang, Kedah, and Perak. It was launched in 2007. NCER was formed to leverage on the various economic and social advantages of selected area in the 4th northern states of Peninsular Malaysia. Okay, Aina, what are the challenges that faced by Tun Abdullah Ahmad Badawi?
Okay, I will explain the political challenge that Tun Abdullah faced. During the era of Tun Abdullah Ahmad Badawi, he had faced few challenges. As we aware that the government around the world are faced with the same problem, especially regarding the environment, population, economy, and many more. There are few examples that have been stated, such as Hindraf, combating corruption, Bersih, and 12th generation election 2008. Hindraf, or stand for Hindu Right Action Force. It is a slogan, is people's power. In late 2007, several prominent members of the Hindraf were arrested. Some of the charges of sedition following an enormous rally organization by Hindraf in November. The charges were dismissed by the court. 5 people have since been detained without trial under the Internal Security Act. Our Prime Minister Tun Abdullah Ahmad Badawi started threatening to use the ISA against Hindraf leaders for bringing Malaysian racist policy out into the open for all to see. Foreigner news outlets have criticized Badawi's lack of initiative to tackle the root causes of the problem. Next is combating corruption. Tun Abdullah Badawi promised to clamp down on corruption, thus empowering anti-corruption agency and providing more avenue for the public to expose corrupt practice. Tun Abdullah also arrests several public figures from the Mahathir era for corruption. He advocates an interpretation of Islam known as Islam Hadari, which advocate the intercompatibility between Islam and economy and technological development. He initiated 2 significant changes in the system after the general election by declaring the Anti-Corruption Agency (ACA) to be fully independent, and initiated judicial reform proceeding in aftermath of the V.K. Lingam Royal Commission of Inquiry.
The next challenges was about the Abdullah social challenges. The first challenges which involved his sons-in-law, which Hayati Jamaluddin Abu Bakar. We know him as a KJ and who married to Abdullah's daughter Noor. KJ was accused by he is trying to control Abdullah administration at that time through the Kawalan Tingkat 4. Kawalan Tingkat 4 is actually the policy makers in Prime Minister office. The next challenges related to Abdullah's social challenges is involving the controversy of his sons Kamaluddin. Kamaluddin, before Abdullah became a PM, he owned a company named Skomi Group. Skomi Group
at that time is a small company, but after a while, Abdullah become a prime minister. His company become listed as largest company, and Kamaluddin himself also listed as 34th richest person rank in Malaysia. SCOMI Group is suspected by American intelligence community which helping Iran to build nuclear weapon. The next challenges is regarding to Patrick Lim case. Patrick Lim is a close businessman that get to buy land that owned by the Penang Turf Club. Abdullah want to have big construction that involve ringgit millions called Penang Global City Centre. But after that, Abdullah get concern from the federal government for his proposal. Then Mahdi came and charged Patrick openly as Abdullah crony, and Mahdi is calling him as Patrick Badawi. Mahdi also accused Abdullah as having secret partner with in this project with Khairi Jamaluddin. After DAP, the opposition party took place in Penang state government, DAP cancelled his proposal to have a big construction called Penang Global City Centre.
In the conclusion, the 3-year period is a short period of time to measure or evaluate the leadership of Abdullah Ahmad Badawi. Compare the era of his short range in the last year of government, especially with the era of Dr. Mahathir Mohamad. In general, these 3 periods can be seen Abdullah have get some successes and change that have a significant impact on the Malaysian society. Most of these successes and change come from Abdullah leadership style, which is more open, less centralized and more consultative.